The adjusted winner procedure is a procedure done to help businesses figure out who gets what during a merger or when they split. The process is fairly simple. There's only really 5 steps, but there's also a step 0, so I don't know who you're fooling. Today I'm going to create the hypothetical scenario where the Pet Rock Company and the Chia Pet Company both want to join forces and create a new product. There's a couple things they might not agree on, such as the name, who the new CEO is going to be, and maybe who they lay off. The first step is to give everyone 100 points. They use these 100 points to put a value on what they want. After consulting with each side, these are the numbers we got from them. The next step is to add together all of the points that each side has won. So all the ones that are circled on one side, add them together and total them at the bottom. The initial winner is the person who has the most amount of points out of the 2. The initial loser is the person with the least amount of points out of the 2. The initial loser wins all ties and can add the value of all ties to their total. With that all done, we have the total of 78 and 70. The next step is to see if any numbers can be transferred to see if we can even out those two numbers to be exactly the same. For example, if someone on the Chia Pet Company put number 4 on something that they had won, then they could transfer that over and they would be perfectly equal, but they're not. So we have to go to another step. The next step is to calculate the point ratio for the initial winner. Basically divide the winning company by the losing company, and that's your point ratio. We then take the two values with the lowest point ratio and put them into a formula. First we take the initial winner's total points, and then we subtract the winnings from one of them multiplied by X. We do the same thing for the initial loser and then make them equal to each other and then solve. In this case we got 2/15, which means that the initial loser now has 2/15 say in whatever that category is. In this scenario, the Chia Pet Company gets to choose the name, and they have a 13/15 say in the design of the new product, where the Pet Rock Company gets to choose the CEO, layoffs, and the new slogan.
Greetings, young mathematicians. I am Professor Jackson, and today on Math in the World, we will be working on the Naster inheritance procedure. Now, back in 1945, Polish mathematician Bronislaw Naster created the Naster inheritance procedure, which was used specifically for making fair divisions with different people. When would you use this, you ask? I'm glad you did. In the auctions, you would use this for an auction. So, let's use this specific example of 4 auctioneers bidding on a bike. So, we have Jimmy, Sally, Billy, and Emily all auctioning different amounts for the bike. Jimmy has $20, Sally $40, Billy $60, and Emily $30. So, in the way that auctions go, the highest bid wins the bike. In this case, the bike. Any other situation, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so Billy wins. So, what you do next is that Billy owns 3/4 of the rights of the bike, and everyone else gets 1/4 of the bike. So, they take a fraction out of the bid that they placed, and then take that out into the fraction. So, 1/4 of Jimmy's bid is $5, Sally's is $10, and Emily has $7.50. Because Billy won the bike, he gets the most out of that bike. So he takes out 3/4 of the fraction of his $60, making it $45, also called the kitty. And the kitty is a holding place for the amount of money that will then be used later in the problem. So, step 2, what you do is you take the fractions of the bids, so the $5, $10, and the $7.50, and add those all up together to get $22.50. From that, what you do is you use the kitty and then subtract it from that little bid. And then you get a total of $17.50. So what do you do with that, you may ask? I'm glad you keep asking, audience. So what you do is you take 1/4 of a fraction out of that $17.50, because there are 4 different bidders. So you get a total of $4.38. What you do then with that $4.38 is that you add it to the people who didn't win the bike and subtract it from the person who did. So, for Jimmy, his final total will be $9.38. For Sally, it's $14.38. Emily is $11.88. And for Billy, because he won the bike, you subtract the kitty, or you take the kitty, subtract it from the $4.38 to get your grand total of the bike and $40.62. I hope you all learned as much as I did. And remember, kids, no matter what happens in an auction, you'll never leave empty-handed.
Hi, I'm Selwyn, and I'm going to tell you fair division on organ transplant policies. Anyone out there need an organ?
Yes.
Well, come on down. Are you familiar with organ transplant policies?
No.
Well, no, of course you're not. Well, in 1984, it was passed by Congress establishing the OPTN, Organ Procurement Transplant Network. Now that gives fair division to those who ain't no organs. What type of organ do you need?
Liver.
You need a liver. Well, let's get you a liver. All right. How long have you been waiting?
3.
You've been waiting for 3 months. Now, let's say I've been waiting for 2 months. I spelled months wrong. Gosh dang. Well, we'll take yours. 3 divided by 5 times 10. And that would equal you 6 points. Hooray for you. Now me, I will have 2 divided by 5 times 10, and that would only give me 4. Boo. Now, how many matching antigens do you have in your body?
4.
4! Holy smokes, what a guy. Alright, now that you have 4 matches, that will give you 8 points. Now me, I'm a top gunner. I have 6. 12 points.
Oh.
Now, as you can see, if you can do math, every antigen equals 2 points. Because we're very generous with giving our livers. What population of the donors do you have?
30.
30%? Holy smokes, what a guy. Alright, well, you get 3 points. I have 50%. I get 5. Now, can you tell me how many points you have in total?
3 plus 8 plus 6. Wait, 17.
17 points goes to Merrick with the liver.
Yay.
Now, can you tell me how many points I have? 21.
Do I get that liver?
Now, do you think you get the liver?
I should.
Heck
Do it.
no, you don't, because you have only 17 and I have 20.
I did the math right.
You did do the math right, but since when did 17 become greater than 21? Never! So your liver is now mine. And that is how organ transplant policies work.
Do 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 do.